There's a lot of people that take these calls and they're like,
"Hey, David, I see you filled out some information online. What were you looking to get accomplished?"
that's a horrible introduction. That sounds like everybody else. Like you didn't even introduce yourself. You didn't brand. You didn't provide value. You didn't tell them who you are. You're just like,
"Hey, I see you filled out some information online. What were you looking to get accomplished?" "I see you filled out an online inquiry. Were you looking to refinance?"
Like those are horrible introductions, ladies and gentlemen. Your introductions need to be straight, concrete, to the point, and pivot and take control. There's no bullshit in that. You're setting the stage for the phone call. It's David, it's Alex Shrafany calling you with West Capital Lending. We're the #1 brokerage in the country, and I've been a consultant in this industry for the last 10 years, so I could definitely help you out. I see you filled out an inquiry online for some monthly savings or cash out. I think I could help you out. What were your goals? Straight to the point. Here's who I am. Here's why I matter. This is why I'm calling you. There's value there. What are you trying to get done? I pivot and take control. That's all your introduction should be. Write down these steps and follow them every single time. State your name and company, why you're important, acknowledge with excitement, pivot straight to the goals. That's the introduction that you're getting. My name's Alex Shrafany. I've been in the industry for a decade, work with every lender across the country to earn your business. You might be getting a lot of calls. Trust me, this is a call you don't want to miss. I've been doing this for 10 years. I know how to take care of you, and it looks like you're a flag for some potential savings. What were you looking to get done? The most important part is what were you looking to get done? What are you looking to get accomplished? You got to be quick on that last breath pivot right at the very end. Introduction and text and emails is super important too. Look, a lot of us, we get these text responses or these email responses or these voicemails. When we get those responses, we not only need to respond one time, we need to respond over and over again. And I'll tell you, the biggest weakness I see in the industry right now, and I fell victim to this 2 weeks ago. I had a lady in automation. It was a new lead. She was getting a voicemail, text, and email from me. And of course, I'm calling 3 times a day on top of that, 3-4 times a day. And I'm calling on like 2 dialers. 7-8 days go by, so which means she got like 8, 16, let's say 24 phone calls, plus 10 from a random dial, 34 phone calls. She's gotten like 10 emails. She's gotten like 38 texts. Okay? Think about that for a second. She sent me an email back, a detailed email back. And she's like, "Hey, here's my situation. Here's what I'm trying to do. Email me back this and that." My lazy ass emails her back and saying, "Great, giving you a phone call right now. Just trying to get her on the phone." Then I call her, then I text her and I say, "Hey, I just emailed you back. Hey, I got your email. Call me. Hey, text me back." And I'm just texting her and emailing her. And I'm doing this for 5-6 days. And then I stopped and I told myself, what am I doing? Was I that lazy? The lady sent me a nice email, and at the bare minimum, I could have sent her a nice email back. So I stopped texting and calling. I said, you know what? Let me just space out for a second. Let me read her email good, and let me give her some ace sauce. Let me put my all into this, right? So I read the email. I'm like, all right, you want to play ball? Let's play ball. The home equity lines right now are good for blah, blah, blah. They're bad for this, that. The home equity loans are good for right now for blah, blah, blah. They're bad for this, that. The refinances right now I really like because blah, 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 blah. You told me that you want to do this, this, and this. I think I could do this. And what I really recommend is this. And by the way, I did this. So I built a relationship. I built value. I branded myself and I explained everything to her. Took 10 minutes, put it in ChatGPT to make sure there was no mistakes. And I sent her that email. I swear to you, right after that email was sent to her, she replied back, "I want this. What do you need from me?" I'm like, damn, it was 10 days of me blowing her up and all she wanted was an email. So I tell you that because look, if somebody sends you a text and they're not answering the phone call or email, you need to be the best texter in the fucking world. If somebody sends you an email back, you need to stop and give that person what they want, a badass email back. And if somebody leaves you a voicemail, you need to call them back, give them the best phone call they've ever had. So that's step 1. Figure out the communication somebody likes and use that communication, right? If my wife hates sushi, and then I'm like, you want to go out to sushi, Burger King, or McDonald's? I know she hates sushi. Why am I asking her to go eat sushi? If somebody doesn't like emailing, don't email. If somebody likes emailing and that's a sushi, give them the sushi, right? So figure out what the client likes, their type, their style, and then feed them to that style. That's part 1 of this. Part 2 of this is, if somebody replies back, not interested, typically the worst bankers in the world, the worst salespeople in the world are going to say, not interested. Let me know if you change your mind. Weak, weak, weak. Exile, exile, exile. Get them the fuck out of my office. That's not somebody I want on my team. So every single response, you have to understand that most of the deals we're getting are coming from these responses. And we go back and forth with them and we get these deals. So I'm telling you, there's proof in front of you. I'm living here, right here, telling you in the present time, real time, that most of my deals come from people that say fuck off, okay? because I don't take fuck off as an answer. And fuck off can mean many different things. So if somebody says not interested, then I'm like, no worries. When you were originally interested, what were you looking to do? Just want to make sure we didn't miss any, open doors or windows. And they reply back and say, yeah, I changed my mind. Well, I told you, you suck if you trash it. And then you're a little bit good, right? You're a little bit above average if you respond back to it one time. But then like where it really gets real is like after they respond back and say, yeah, I'm really not interested. Like I still don't say, okay, no problem. Tell me when you're done. I still keep going. I say, yeah, no worries. I mean, were you originally looking for cash out or monthly savings or what actually changed? And then I'll get the answer. Or they'll give me another rebuttal. Then I'll go back. Like I keep going back until it's an actual true fuck off, stop, opt me out. And a lot of times I get the deal through those sequences and those laps. So I tell you this because let's go back to the email story. Let's say I emailed that lady that badass email, and let's say she didn't respond. What do you guys think I should have did if she didn't respond to that email? I got called her, text her call. I'm worried about you, headed to your house. Call. If I called and texted her, I'm saying the lady that loved emails, okay? Let's rewind and think about this. Thank you, Fred. Email her. We just said it. The lady that loved emails that didn't answer me for 10 days, if I sent her a badass email and then she didn't respond to that email, a lot of people would have gave up right there and said, well, I sent her an email. But for me, what I do is I keep her in my hot list. And when I go to Rhonda on my hot list every single day, because I open my hot list every single day, I'm like, there's a note in there with my email. I'm like, I emailed this lady. So what do I do then? I go to my sent emails and I type in Rhonda. And then guess what I do? I pull up the email and I hit reply all. I'm like, Rhonda, did you get my last email? I want to make sure it didn't go to spam. Then the next day, reply all. Rhonda, are you still there? Because she likes email. So now I'm going to reply all to her emails. If it's text, it's going to be reply back to the text. If it's a phone call, it's going to be call. So I get them on the phone. So the point of this is, if somebody's reaching out to you through their method of communication, reach out to them back through their method of communication. But also don't give up and keep going through their method of communication because the gold is found in the multiple sequences. Okay? Now, what is the formula to a response? If somebody says, I want cash out, well, if you read this here, all you have to do is acknowledge, brand, bandwagon, pivot. Somebody says, I want cash out. I acknowledge, beautiful. I could definitely help you with cash out. As a matter of fact, that's what I specialize in. Now I'm branding. Most of my clients are taking cash out now for multiple reasons, so I could definitely help you with that. Then I pivot and say, what were you looking to take the cash for? That's acknowledge, brand, bandwagon, pivot. Those are the 4 steps right there in the box. You know how many times I audit my own team and the client responded to them and they responded back to the client. Then the client didn't respond and then they left it alone for 5-6 hours. This is where you're losing deals. By the way, that client that's not responding to you for 5-6 hours, if somebody else gets that client on the phone, that client is gone. You guys got to understand, especially in lead buys, if I'm buying 20 leads a day and I only get 1 deal a day, there's 19 people going somewhere else to get business. I lost 19 deals today. I didn't get 1 deal today. I lost 19 deals today. Do you guys understand that? These people are doing deals somewhere else. They're not just filling out their information because they're drunk at a bar and they want to fuck with you. They want to get business somewhere and they're getting business somewhere most of the time. So you have to switch your mindset to, I didn't get 2 deals today. I lost 18. If you're getting 20 leads a day. And that mindset keeps you hungry, knowing every single second you're not on the phone, you're not texting, you're not emailing is a second that you could be getting another deal. Stage 3, the objections. We talk about this all the time. You connect with somebody, but let's say they give you an objection on the phone, right? The formula is very, very simple. You acknowledge the objection, you slash the objection, and you pivot and take control, right? If I get with somebody, hey, it's Alex Schraffney with West Capital Lending, giving you a call here today. I've been in the industry for 10 years.
Hey, I'm not interested.
Yeah, no worries, man. I hear that a lot. What were you originally looking for before you thought you weren't interested? Or if they say,
Hey, I'm already working with somebody.
Yeah, I definitely hear you, man. Congratulations. I never want to pull you away from process unless it totally made sense. What are they offering you anyways?
Or hey, I'm super busy.
Yeah, I totally understand that, man. I'm busy myself. Let me make this super quick for you. What were you looking to get done so I can work on this for you very quickly?
Or how'd you get my number?
Hey, I got it off online inquiry you made online, but I'm not really here to bother you. You're a flag for a great opportunity, and I want to make sure you get that. How far are you in the process of looking into this? What were you looking for? You know, so every single time I get an objection, all you have to write down is acknowledge, slash it, and pivot and take control. That most important step, again, is a pivot and take control. What were you looking to get done anyways? Let me make this super quick for you. What were you looking to get done? Congratulations, you're working with somebody. I never pull you away unless it made total sense. What are they offering you? You got to be quick on that third pivot, okay? So that's the objection handling formula that we've been using a lot. through this. This objection handling also works through text and phone call. So if somebody texts me, I'm already working with somebody, I would text the same exact thing. I would acknowledge, I definitely hear you. Congratulations. I never want to pull you away unless it made total sense. But anyways, what were you being offered? I would do that same exact script in a text, and I'll do that same exact script in an email. Except in the email, I'll get more in depth. In a text, I got to keep it short because I can't go over 150 characters, right? So it's like different styles of communication, but same formula. Acknowledge the objection, slash it, and then pivot and take control. So even in the text or email, I'll end it with a question, pivoting and taking control the same exact way. And you're going to find once you start doing this, a lot more deals are going to come in. This is just a small clip from the full training. Get instant access to the complete webinar and the step-by-step workbook that walks you through every framework, introduction, objection, follow-up, and proven script. Sign up now at acezacademy.com.